Hello, beautiful souls. How are you doing today? Today, we're going to talk about steps that will help you navigate the massive energies that come in. So, I have a bunch of videos on my channel about energy upgrades, the Schumann resonance, solar energies, and it kind of gets lost, I think, in translation of what you can actually do with that. Like, why do we talk about that? So, a brief overview. The Schumann resonance, the Schumann Index, that started about 2012 to really amp up. So the solar energies that come in, the coronal mass ejection, CME, that gives us solar flares. That's solar energy. So sometimes you'll have difficulty connecting through your internet or your cell phone or your TV or whatever, and you'll hear all that sunspot. Well, that the sunspot that you can actually see is where a bubble of energy has protruded off of the sun and shot out toward Earth. And so we get that. We're the recipients of that energy. And what does that energy do? Well, it does a lot, and it's really good for us. Contrary to popular belief, I have this image of the sun behind me because the sun is good for you. Of course, the controllers want you to believe that the sun is bad for you because the more sun we are in, the more direct sunlight we have, the more that we are upgraded in our DNA, and we are able to heal certain things, and it helps us to transmute and transform energy. Overall, vitamin D and being in the sun is good for you. I don't recommend sunburns. They are really painful, but you know what I'm saying. You don't need to shield yourself from it. So whether you're on the ascension journey actively or not, when these energies come in, everyone gets affected. Everyone. So people that are not aware will think that they are like something is wrong, like it's a negative thing, it's an illness, so I must be getting sick. And they think that because ascension symptoms are what it'll manifest as ascension symptom. And what is an ascension symptom? Fatigue, headache, ringing in the ears, dizziness, insomnia, GI purging. So you can get some diarrhea, you might get some nausea, you might have some heartburn, and upper respiratory purging. So that's like the sinus congestion, sneezing, that kind of stuff. And the best way to describe it to you is to remind you, or maybe it's the first time you've ever heard it. I don't know. We are energy bodies. Okay. Everything about us is energy, vibration, and resonance. So when more energy comes in, it helps to transmute and transform things that are not serving our greatest and best good. So when you have toxins or you have negative energy that has kind of been stored in your body in some way, shape, or form, and you get this big hit of solar energy, it's going to transmute that out, and it has to detox, it has to purge. And so that's why you see it in this really runny nose, or you have diarrhea, or you're super got a headache because your third eye is opening. The ear ringing is also a symptom of that, and the dizziness. And so it just really, really depends on kind of what negative distortions you've had in your energy body, on what you're going to see manifest as an ascension symptom. It also depends on, is this strictly solar energy, or is it also galactic energy? Because we do have healing energy and activating energy that comes in from our galactic allies, like the Pleiadians, like the Arcturians. So, and the elementals, the dragon energy. I have videos on all of that. Check it out on my channel. So the thing that I really want to drive home today is there are things you can do to navigate the energies. The energies are really going to be with us. They're not like a one-off. They have been ramping up since 2012. They have been seriously playing a day-to-day role in all of our energetic upgrades for the last several months. If you have any doubt in that, just look up the Schumann resonance and see what those, like, just pick some random days over the last several months, and you'll see there's usually a lot of white, a lot of yellow, a lot of gold. Those are the big surges of energy coming through that's being tracked and traced. But we see it, we feel it in our body, in our energy body, because we have a response, because we are energy bodies. I know, I keep saying that. You're going to understand soon. So, what can you do? Grounding. That means take your shoes off, take your socks off, find some dirt, find some grass, put your feet on it, and stand there for a while. 10 minutes, 30 minutes, sit on it, lay on the ground. Be in nature. Why? Well, Mother Gaia, Hunamatea, our earth, living being, transmutes this energy, helps to ground you. That's why it's called grounding. Put your feet on the ground. It will help to center and transmute and transform that energy down through your lower chakras. And you can kind of share the excess with her. She's always in need of extra energy. Epsom salt bath or Himalayan salt bath or bentonite clay with the Epsom salt bath. All of those things will help detox through the largest organ of our body, which is your skin, the toxins that need to come out. And so the sooner the toxins get out, the less symptoms that you're going to have. You're going to still go through the upgrades, but it'll be less toxic because the toxins come out. Makes sense? You can rest when you feel fatigued. This is very important. We as a culture feel like we just need to push through, suck it up, buttercup. Let's keep going with this crazy schedule. Doesn't matter how tired we are. And that's really doing a disservice to your system. So what I want you to try to do next time you feel this overwhelming fatigue is to take a 10-minute nap. If you're able to, take a 30-minute nap. I want you to recognize that your body gives you signals that you have been ignoring, and it is not doing you any good. So don't think that if this is a negative thing, first of all, it's not. It's a positive thing. Upgrades are good. Upgrades are good. Detoxing is good. Purging is good. It's just uncomfortable for a little bit. So hydrate. You want to have that alkaline water with the minerals added to it, really clean, really good water, and hydrate. High frequency food. So I'm going to list a few. That's like the top 10 high frequency foods that you can maybe add a little bit more into your existing diet or substitute, and so that you really end up on a more high frequency diet. So green leafy vegetables, that's your spinach and your broccoli. Medical mushrooms like chaga and reishi. I don't know how to say that. Tree fruits, blueberries, bananas, mango, lemon. Raw cacao. Cacao has the vital ingredient of theobromine, which translates as the food of the gods. Very high vibrational. You can find lots of things you can do on that on Pinterest. Sprouts, wheatgrass, alfalfa, peas, any of those. Fresh herbs, spices like cinnamon, Himalayan salt, turmeric, and cayenne, my favorite. Blue-green algae, nuts and seeds, fermented food like sauerkraut and kombucha. So those are some things you can add in to your diet, and it'll help level out and accept in the upgrade, because as you're upgrading, your DNA is upgrading, your frequency is rising. But if you keep having all the dense food and the low vibrational food, it's very hard to embody and make the best of the upgrades coming in, because it's hidden and weighed down with the density of our very, very low frequency diet food. The biggest thing I want to say is you want to recognize these as an upgrade, as a positive, and it's natural. This is what should be happening for us as a people and as a planet. It's not an illness, it's an upgrade. It's not negative, it's positive. And they don't need any pharmaceuticals to help you get through it. It's natural. It's going to run its course. The things that we've listed here, as far as grounding, the salt baths, resting, hydration, and the high frequency foods, are all in a way to help cope with it, but you still need to go through it, right? It's what's on the other end is definitely worth it. Once you have your energy bodies cleared, right? And so you no longer are full of all the negative distortions. You're actually able to really discern and determine whether you have any issues with the energy at all. Then there are some, myself included, when I go through my upgrades, I want to get it done as quick as possible, right? Because the big upgrades really give me a lot of nausea. And nausea is just something that I cannot function very well with. I do, but I don't like it. So I open up my chakras. I open up wide, all of them, and I get it done quicker that way. I set my intention for my chakras to be open a specific period of time. And then I ask my higher self when the upgrade is complete to close my chakras back down to what is my optimal opening. And that's how I deal with it. So there's many options that you have. You're not just stuck, like feeling like you have no power in this, because you do. That's the big thing. Like, that's what I want you to understand. You do have ability to ease this. You can also ask your higher self. Like, if the one thing for me, the one thing is the nausea. I have a lot of different symptoms. The ear ringing is almost constant all the time. Headache, dizziness, less so. But anyway, insomnia gets really bad when the energies are high for me. But I can ask my higher self, can you ease off the nausea? I'm okay with the rest of it. And my higher self mitigates that energy so that the nausea is not as bad. That will work best if your energy body has been cleared of negative distortions, right? Because that message needs to come through clearly to your higher self without added distortions, causing the energy to kind of flare out like a light. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. So Ascension Symptoms. If you're going on about your day and all of a sudden you get hit with this nausea, you're like, wow, that's weird. Look at the Schumann, look at the energy, Google, like, what is the Schumann resident day? And you'll see this image, and it'll be a lot of blue, and you might get some big spikes of white and yellow. That's the energy being recorded. If you have a big energy day, if it even made the news or something, I don't know, you can expect to see some of these symptoms, and it helps you navigate it, that you're not getting sick. You do not need to go run to a doctor. I'm not saying that there may not be something else going on. This is not a disclaimer of any and all health issues. I'm just saying that it's not always something that has to take you to a doctor. Knowing that the energies are really, really high today, and then I get a wave of nausea and I have insomnia, makes perfect sense, because I know it's energy related. So if you're not recognizing that there are energy upgrades and that there are big energy flares, and you have these symptoms, you would maybe think that there was something wrong with you, that you might need to go see a doctor. So knowledge is power. That's exactly what this is for, just to give you a breadth of generalities so that you can understand that maybe what you're feeling, maybe that ear ringing has absolutely nothing to do with anything bad. It's not an illness. It's not anything that needs a pill or a procedure. You're just being upgraded, which is exactly what is supposed to happen. So to help navigate that, go put your feet on the grass, get out in nature, hug a tree. I mean, we get so much loving energy from our trees and we take them for granted. And I'm guilty of it in my prior life. I've definitely done that. And I no longer do that. Our energies are just pure. I mean, our trees are just pure energy. The bark just protects us as a barrier from all the energy that they hold within them. So lean up against a tree, share that energy that is coming in through your body with their body, and be of service to others. That's the best thing you can do to help navigate these massive energies coming in. I hope this information has helped you today. If you have questions, just drop them in underneath the video. And if you want to join us in Healing Disclosures, we'll help you navigate this and figure out ways to handle the ascension highway with ease and grace. Have a good day.
When I want to be grown up, I want to play hockey. I want to be a DJ or a dancer when I grow up. Probably be video games designer because I like playing video games. A dad. Some grown-ups kind of get boring jobs because maybe they'll make like more money with it than they would with jobs that were funner. If you're doing the job that you do like, then you're not really working any day. You're not really working at all because like it's something that you actually like. It's not something like that you don't like.
I mean, of course, as a kid, I wanted to be in the majors. I wanted to play Major League Baseball or basketball. Of course.
I just remember I wanted to be a boss. It didn't matter what kind of boss. I just want to be a boss of someone.
Yeah, I mean, I dreamt about traveling the world. I mean, nobody wants to stay at home all day.
And one day I was just like, I can't do this.
I don't know how to travel with my kids. I don't see a way to go anywhere.
There are times in life I just all of a sudden realize I'm just here. I'm just existing. That I'm not progressing anymore.
I think as kids we have all these amazing dreams. Generally, as people get older, you get caught in that rut of, well, I can't do that, I don't have the money, or I don't have the time freedom. And network marketing actually has fulfilled all of those dreams for me.
I now can see that it's okay to dream, and it's okay to have hope for the future, because really before I just didn't think it was possible.
For me, network marketing has introduced me to a lot of friends that I never would have met otherwise.
What I'm doing now, I'm able to give people hope.
Everything is in your control. Your happiness is in your control. Your future's in your control. How much you make is in your control.
I've traveled to almost every continent around the world. Not only can you go to see a phenomenal area, but you have a purpose. You already have friends in that area.
You have to put the work out there. What you put out there comes back.
It is 100% the best thing that you could ever do. Have a home-based business, but you get to build your dreams. You get to go live your dreams.